welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Chris.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the official trailer for the Netflix original movie, quotes, an original for this one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is sort of a soft reboot of the iconic original series about people getting murdered by a man in a mask made of skin with a chainsaw.
Correction. It's not a soft reboot. They're pulling a Halloween. They are stating that this is pretty much a direct sequel to the very first one.
Oh, it's what do I call it? A reboot? I forgot what I call those. Some fancy word.
It's pretty much what Halloween is doing, which is like doing a legit follow-up.
Well, okay, so basically, like with Halloween, where it was like 30 years after events of the first film, this is 50 years after events of the first film.
No, much longer than that.
They say after nearly 50 years of hiding.
I looked it up, and it's much longer than that.
After over 50,
over 60 plus years.
Whatever. He's back to terrorize another group of people because that's what he just does. I kind of got spoiled on what they gave, the new look they gave him,
because he's much older, he's much more on the grandfather side of things, but he's still at it. And a group of teenagers pretty much come out because they know about him, and that's where they find one of the remaining survivors from the last one, pretty much from the first one, who they seek her help to try to put an end to what he's been doing.
Yeah, they have a picture of her here on the IMDb page as well.
I know. I forgot. They said they do. I forgot who else they brought back from the original. I think it was a. I'm trying to remember who. I think it was John Lithgow or somebody pretty much who narrated the last film is narrating this film coming back, if I'm correct.
The one thing I hate, and I hate this with the Halloween one, is when you know it's them trying to do a direct sequel to something, you just call it the same thing as the previous film. Here this got rid of They got rid of the. I mean, if anything, this will probably be better than their last attempt at really fucking with the timeline of Texas Chainsaw.
Like how many, like 5 or 6 other times they've made the follow-up films or their own spin-off.
The last one wasn't even that long ago. It was like
2017.
Yeah,
Leatherface.
Like 5 years ago, and they fucked that up hard.
More than 5 years ago. Yeesh.
Yeah.
You gotta do your mouth right.
You said 2017. It's 2022. That's 5 years.
Okay, yeah, sorry. That was my mistake, my math issue. Yeah, this went through a lot of development hell because at the time, when they did Leatherface pretty much, Lionsgate was already trying to work on another follow-up film, and supposedly that's when everything, like I said, they lost the complete rights to the film.
Let me ask you something then. Do you have faith in this still because Netflix picked it up? Because it feels like one of those, like with, I wouldn't say like with Roma, but basically the concept of they couldn't get anywhere.
I have some slight hope. I'm not a 100%. I'm not going in this high. I'm going this like at mediocre, only because they do have one of the original writers that worked on the very first film working on this film with the other writers, which is a good sign that it's like they want to take this in the right direction, like how Halloween did, and those other films that are trying to do direct sequels for, for like hey, we need to follow, so we want to end this or we want to follow up correctly.
And it's a decent director. He got well known for.
There's 2 of them.
Well, I did list one, but that one director I'm looking at did direct a very good thriller that was very well received. So
yeah,
in the right band cap at the very least.
So enough said, enough talking. Let's dive into this for the official Netflix trailer for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So here we go.
So Harlow is a ghost town.
I wonder why.
We have a vision for this place. All it needs is young blood.
I don't want to live here. This is a chance for people to start fresh somewhere safe.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Guys, you should see this.
The house.
What are you doing in our house? You really shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
This is harder, Steve.
Sally? I'm afraid your old friend's back.
Yep.
Original detective.
50 years I've been waiting for this night.
Original survivor.
Just to see him again. Leatherface.
Tremendous.
Looks like it's you that he wants.
I'm not gonna let him kill you. You're no evil. You're no evil.
Fuck you! Fuck you! The man! You deserve that shit! You fucking deserve that shit! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? My ass. Okay, first off, how do you not do your research on this town, why it's deserted? Because it's obvious why it was fucking deserted. Like, Jesus Christ! How do you not do your research? So we can start new. Did you know why people fucking left? Because down the road there's a fucking madman with a chainsaw and a skin mask killing people.
I'm pretty sure in the film, the trailer's not showing it off, but I'm pretty sure in the film they do their research, but there's nothing told about why the town was
Okay, this is what I'll give them. Either they didn't find anything, or they figure it's been so long, there's no possible way he's still there. I'll give them that. You know what? That's
what I'm
probably
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying. It's either it's one of those things, or it's one of those. It's been the scratch that it's like nobody brought it up. They just left, but then give a reason why they left.
Yeah.
One of those things where it's like they never gave a reason why the town was like, we need to get out of here. They didn't leave no specific reason. That's why I'm pretty sure they did their research, but it's one of those things where it's like they're gonna know it's probably the murder, how much murder happened, but then they're like, like you said, it's in combination where it's like they're gonna notice going, okay, I'm pretty sure that's like all over.
Like, okay, I'll give them this. I don't blame them for just walking into the house because the place has been deserted for over 60 years.
They just walked in. So.
I don't blame them on that. Fine. That's dumb, but fine. But I'm just saying, like, the only way I can think of is that they just don't believe he's around anymore. Mm-hmm. Or, this is where I'm going to bring this up now, or it's like with the original Halloween, it was more or less whatever, it happened years ago, it's not going to happen again.
And I think somebody who's definitely watching over the town. It's one of those things where it's like he disappeared, like all of a sudden he vanished, and it's like she was just waiting for his return. Because like I said, somebody's watching over the town, and next you know it's like someone noticed like new people arrived, but they're dying. That's why they give her a call going, your old friend's returned.
Yeah,
where it's like
she looks good for. Let's see, she was in the original, good for
she's probably in her 60s right now.
Probably late 60s, early 70s. She looks good for her age.
Probably mid 60s at this point, but
honestly, I guess my biggest gripe, some minor gripe, kind of, is that it's obvious that they saw what Halloween did and just did that with Texas Chainsaw and that's nothing wrong with that.
And again, that's why I said there's nothing wrong with that, and that's why I said I'm not going with this with high end. I'm going with like mediocre, only because, like I said, even though they have at least one of the original writers who worked on the original, that still doesn't mean anything. They still want to add in more of like what new stuff we're gonna add in, like we just noticed here. And I call it.
I think the only thing that pissed me off was the millennial bullshit at the end of the trailer, which I don't mind. You need a body count, fine, but come on, at least that new Halloween they did was more practical. My favorite scene in that movie is that motherfucker's walking down, just quietly murdering motherfuckers as he's going over to the Strode's house. That was amazing shit. Here it's like, fuck off with that. But
again, that's the reason. That's the reason why, like I said, I would be going into this film mediocre, because it's like, okay, let's see where they're going with this. I'm not going into this high. I'm just going, okay, let's just see what they're going to deliver. That's it.
You know what? I'll give them this. It's on Netflix, so we can't really complain if we sit down and watch it. Oops, my button slipped on Texas Chainsaw. Let's watch it. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Netflix original movies, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon.
What do you guys think of this film? Did you guys look like it's going to be a good film, like how we got with the follow-ups for like Halloween or Candyman or anything like that?
Candyman was good.
Or do you think this one's going to succeed as well, or you think this one's going to be one of the first ones to kind of like flop, or at least not do so well with trying to tell a strong story? It's like, do you like how they are doing this with this film? Do you have trust in what they're trying to deliver for this film? Let us know what your guys' thoughts are. We'd love to hear it down below. What you guys think of our reaction overall to this trailer, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And of course, we want you to know our reactions to anything else horror rebootish related. We have our Halloween trailer reactions, and we also have the Candyman trailer reactions. Both of them in the span of 2 years, which is pretty cool. But until next time, I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And this, of course, has been a very Leatherface-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.